Jessie. Have you ever wondered why Chinese people call their language 文字 instead of just a word? Well, most languages in the world use letters to represent sounds. In Chinese language, we start with patterns. We use characters to represent meanings, and that difference changes everything. To analyze 文字, we need to look at them separately. The character 文 means symbols or images. Ancient Chinese people draw pictures to record the lines you see on the silk, the marks on turtle shell, or even constellations in the sky. So it's about forms that carries meanings. 文 represents the human instinct to bring order into chaos, to weave meaning into visible structure. In early Chinese thinking, 文 wasn't only writing, it was the pattern logic behind the word itself. It's like the same principle behind art, rituals, governance, and other languages. Now, the character 字 came later. If you look at this character, it shows a child, 子, under a radical roof. It literally means to give birth under a shelter. Linguistically, that means to give birth to form under a system. Every Chinese character 字 is a child born from the character 文. So to explain this in the human word, 文 is the OG pattern, and 字 is 文's living expression. I hope that makes sense. That is why the very first Chinese dictionary wasn't called explaining words. It was called 说文解字, which translates to English as explaining patterns and analyzing characters. It shows how ancient Chinese built language from structure, not from sound. They started with 文, which is the underlying pattern, then extracted radicals, components, and the semantic roots from it. By combining this, they created 字, the character. Each character, not just a word, is a little piece of how ancient people thought. So when Chinese people say 文字, we're actually saying the pattern meanings. Chinese language is not just about communication, it's about culture and worldview. 文 is the system, 字 is the result. Together, we form a language that mirrors how Chinese people see the world. Connection before expression, order before noise, meaning before sound. Next time you see the word 文字, remember they started as picture, and over time they become word. And that's why every single Chinese character just feel a little bit alive. Like they're trying to tell you a story of where they came from. And I truly believe that's why Chinese history and culture could be passed down through thousands of years. Because as long as we write, we remember. And that's what makes 文字 so endless fascinating.
A word, a world, where we meet Chinese and through it, meet ourselves.